We are hitting you with 11 choices interior designers say are ruining your home's coziness. And honestly, you'll want to hear these. Let's roll the
Let's
video.
dive right in. Today we're tackling a big question. What's making your home less cozy? We're looking at what interior designers say are the 11 biggest design choices that are secretly hurting your home's vibe. This explainer is brought to you by our sponsor, Real Estate Rank IQ. So let's get into it.
You know that feeling, right? You walk into a room and something just feels off. It's not welcoming and you can't figure out why. Well, according to the pros, it's probably not in your head. Your own design choices might be sabotaging your cozy sanctuary, and we're about to expose the top 11 culprits.
First up, we're going to tackle the foundational stuff. These are the mistakes that can kill a room's entire atmosphere and vibe before you even put a single piece of furniture in it. So we're going to hit 5 key areas here. We're talking poor lighting, relying on just one material, that sterile all-white look, not having enough rugs, and yeah, those bare, naked windows.
Okay, listen up, because designers are unanimous on this one. The #1 coziness killer is bad lighting. You know that one single harsh overhead light? It can make a room feel like a cold, sterile office. The fix is all about layering your light. You need your main ambient light, some focused task lighting for things like reading, and a little accent light to make things pop.
And don't just brush this off, the impact is absolutely massive. A whopping 70% of poorly designed rooms suffer from bad lighting, and it directly tanks the quality of living. For anyone selling or staging a home, this isn't a small detail. It's a huge factor in a property's appeal and honestly its value.
Next up, material monotonity. You know, when a room is all wood or all shiny surfaces, it can feel really flat and frankly boring. The secret to a rich, inviting space is all about texture. You gotta mix it up. Soft things with hard things, rough with smooth. Think about a chunky knit blanket on a sleek leather couch. That's the good stuff.
And what about that all-white look that can sometimes feel more like a hospital room than a home? Well, there's a super simple pro-level fix for this. It's called the 60-30-10 rule. 60% of your room is your main color, usually the walls. 30% is a secondary color, like for your furniture, and that last 10%, that's your accent color for fun stuff like pillows and art. It's a foolproof formula for a balanced room.
Are your floors bare? Oh man, that's a huge mistake in the cozy department. Rugs are non-negotiable. They do more than just warm up your feet. They soak up sound, making your room feel way calmer, and they visually anchor your furniture. Without a rug, all your stuff just feels like it's floating in space.
The last mistake in this section is leaving your windows totally bare. It can make a room feel unfinished, exposed, and just cold. Window treatments are like the jewelry of a room. They add that final touch of softness, give you privacy, and help control the light. It's an instant coziness boost.
Okay, so we've set the mood. Now let's talk about how the room actually works. Section 2 is all about the mistakes we make in space and flow. And listen, there are only 2 points here, but trust me, they're absolutely critical to how a home feels and functions.
Yep, we're diving into 2 major culprits here. Furniture layouts that create traffic jams, and, you guessed it, the overwhelming presence of way too much clutter.
An awkward layout is a room's worst enemy. I mean, if you have to do a weird shuffle just to get past the sofa, your flow is totally broken. You want clear pathways so people can move around easily. Here's the golden rule you need to remember. Try to leave about 30 to 36 inches for all your main walkways. It's that simple. And the payoff for getting this right is incredible. A smart layout can make a room feel up to 30% larger. I mean, come on. For any homeowner with a smaller space or an investor trying to maximize that perceived square footage, this is a total game changer, and it doesn't cost a dime.
And then there's clutter. To a potential buyer, clutter doesn't just look messy, it screams there is not enough storage space in this house. The fix isn't to have a totally empty room, but to have intentional organization. That's what creates a sense of calm and makes a space feel so much bigger. All right, on to our final section, and honestly, this one is my favorite. We're talking about the mistakes that strip a house of its personality, its soul, the things that turn it from a home into just a building.
We're gonna fix 4 big problems here. Those sad empty walls, buying everything from big box stores, not having any cool vintage finds, and most importantly, not putting enough of you into your space.
Just like bare floors, bare walls just feel empty and sterile. Art, mirrors, photos, this is how you inject your personality into a room. And you don't need to create a whole gallery wall. As the designers in the article point out, even one single thoughtful piece can completely elevate the feeling of a space.
Ooh, this is a big one. If every single thing in your home looks like it came from page 27 of the same catalog, you end up with that soulless showroom look. The fix is to aim for a collected feel. Mix those new pieces with unique vintage finds or handmade items. That's how you create a space that actually tells a story.
And this is a real problem. A striking 40% of modern layouts are described as feeling soulless for this exact reason. They're missing those character-filled pieces. So adding vintage or artisan finds, it's not just decoration, it's a direct injection of soul.
And that leads right into our final mistake, having an impersonal space. Your home should be a reflection of you, your travels, your hobbies, your family. When you don't have those personal details, it's hard to feel a real connection to the space. This is the stuff that truly, truly makes a house a home.
So, let's pull all this together. After going through those 11 common mistakes, you basically have a clear blueprint now for creating a home that not only looks good, but feels amazing to be in.
I absolutely love this quote from the source because it just nails it. The goal is to transform your space from just beautiful to beautifully inviting. It's not about being perfect, it's about being welcoming. It's all about that feeling. So the main takeaway is this. Creating a cozy retreat really comes down to being thoughtful in 4 key areas. You need great lighting, a mix of textures, a layout that flows, and a healthy dose of your own personality. For homeowners, sellers, and investors, mastering these pillars is the key to creating spaces people fall in love with.
And if you want to use hard data to maximize your property's appeal, you have to visit our sponsor at realestaterankiq.com. They have the insights and the tools you need to succeed. Thanks so much for watching.